Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of D313XP, man. This your boy DC1. I got my guy Bree here, man. We holding it down for Noma's J and on 16. We got to give a special shout out to our guy Noma's J. His birthday was yesterday on the first, man. Still celebrating Noma's J, man. We celebrating your birthday, man. We holding it down for you, brother. We got your Modelo and cheesing on deck. Just remember that too. We got it on deck for you, brother. So we especially want to give a shout out to Noma's J, man. So Bree, man, what's going on with you, man? How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling real good. This whole week has just been good, man. Just doing going to a lot of events and stuff like that. So it's just been good, man. And then to top it off today, man, it's just been real good. I've had a lot of fun. One of the funnest weeks I've ever had. So it's been cool. I've been feeling
Absolutely,
real
man.
good.
Absolutely, man. I'm glad you had a great weekend, man, and had a great time. And listen, man, you know, that's what you the plug for a reason, man. Just what you the plug for a reason, man. It's what you the plug, man.
Hey,
You, you,
it's
you
all
you
about
can't
just
say
having fun.
it's all having fun. It ain't luck either, man. Don't you say it ain't luck. Nah, come on now. It ain't luck. That's the plug
Just
for a
blessed.
reason, man. Yeah, see, yeah, you blessed, and you still the plug now. Don't like you still the plug. But man, yeah, man, it's like, definitely, another
Hold
you
on.
about to get into some Pistons talk, man. So now what just transpired happened on this past week that the Pistons had finally hired their vice president of basketball operations of Trajan Langdon. Trajan Langdon, welcome to Detroit, man. We're glad to have you, man. This is very so exciting, what I'm saying, to have you as our vice president of basketball operations. So, Bree, I'm gonna let it start off with you, man. What was your feelings about having Langdon as our vice president of basketball operations? Was you surprised? Tell me how your feelings about it, man.
Well, at first when I heard about it, I know it was the rumors that was going on about they hired him and everything, but when it was actually official that they did sign, because we haven't had anybody in that position since Sam Van Gundy, so a lot of people didn't even realize that we didn't have one for so long. So for to have Trajan Langdon there, man, I think it's a good move. I know he been around the New Orleans organization, and he's had a NBA career. You know, people know him from Duke, being at Duke, having that went to the national championship in '99 to lose against Rip Hamilton and UConn that year. But yeah, I like the hire. I like it. I know he's been doing some he's a reason around New Orleans and what they've been doing and stuff like that. So it's good to have somebody at that position, and we just got to give him a chance to see, what he does here, and see what kind of moves he can do or whatever, and see how he is in the organization. But I think it's a good move, and we're just got to be patient, see what he does, and um, how how it is, and welcome to Detroit, man. That's all I can say.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, like I said, we welcome him again. You know what I'm saying? Now, those who don't know his background like that, like you said, Breeze just alluded to, he played at college at Duke, was in that national championship game against UConn. Unfortunately, lost that game. But he was selected the first round, 11th pick, and with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He only played like 3 seasons. And after that, he's played in the Euro League. He's overseas. He was a great player in the Euro League. He was a great player, 2-time Euro League champion. He was one of the greatest out there. You know, saying our Euro League, first team, second team, as you see, all decade team. 50 90 club in 2007, 2010. He's been a winner overseas, you know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, those are the background, you know, his playing career and stuff. Um, and far as you know, his been with the organization, like he just, you know, he's with New Orleans for like 5 years. He was while part of that draft is Zion, which was the obvious pick. Forget like Trey Murphy and and Herb Jones and those guys. He turned his New Orleans team. He turned their New Orleans team around to be a legit team. I know they still got some ways to go, but he made some moves of getting CJ McCollum and those guys, over there, Brandon Ingrams and those guys. So um, he does some good work with. You say he was assistant GM with the Brooklyn Nets. He helped the Brooklyn Nets team. Well, it was the young Brooklyn Nets team at the time before they made the moves of giving Kevin Durant and Kyrie and James Harden. He was gone by then. So, and man, he was a GM under the G League for the Nets. He was a GM for that year before he went on to the Pelicans. So, he's still young. He's only 48 years old. Well, he just turned 48 just, last month. So yeah, he definitely, we're definitely glad to have him in. Welcome aboard as a Piston, so, we finally have a vice president of basketball operations. So happy to have him, man. It's very exciting. And see what he does, looking forward going forward, what he's going to do. So he came in, he has a pretty decent resume. So we're definitely looking forward to see what he does going forward with that, man. So it's definitely exciting. So, but yeah, definitely. So thank you. Like I said, welcome aboard, Langdon. We're glad to have you, myself, Bree, and Nomas J, and the D313XP. And all, the city of Detroit, we're welcoming with open arms. So we're happy to have you here. So we definitely look at what moves, we lean on you to see to turn this franchise around to be more relevant. So definitely excited for that. So yeah, so definitely, having Langdon in. So that's now the next topic leads into Troy Weaver. And I want people to understand it's a difference between firing and parting ways. Okay? So people out there speaking Troy Weaver got fired, and wasn't the case. It was more that they mutually parted ways. So it was a situation that, Langdon came in and they wanted Troy Weaver to do a lesser role, and unfortunately, Troy Weaver was not having it. He didn't want to go with that role, so they decided they wanted, mutually part ways. Troy Weaver is no longer as a Piston part of the Pistons organization. Troy Weaver, and I'm gonna say this too, but I'll turn it over to Debris. Troy Weaver first got here back in the 2020 and 2021 season when it was the 72 game season, right when COVID was around. And Troy Weaver came in. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like when in the beginning. I was one of those like, what the hell Troy Weaver's doing? You letting go Bruce Brown, you traded away, you didn't resign Christian Wood. That was one of those from like, what are you doing? Run this back. This third. Didn't think of the mindset of, okay, he's rebuild something, trying to clean house, get rid of bad contracts. And it was, at the moment, I didn't think about that. So now with Troy Weaver has came in, he cleaned house, he got rid of bad contracts. He brought in a young core, he drafted young cores. He drafted, Stu and Killian and Sadiq and Duran and Cade and Asar, Jaden Ivey. He drafted those young core. He absolutely, he did. Yep, Asar Thompson, Jaden Ivey. He drafted those guys. And he did a great job of drafting these young core. It's just unfortunate situation that, Things didn't pan out the way it should be, and Troy Weaver, um, and had been the scapegoat, unfortunately. Which we already know the situation why that Troy Weaver did not have a lot of say so. You know, the tellums, you know,
Right.
um, yeah, the tellums, they wanted you to make the final decisions and all that type of shit. So, um, and Troy Weaver did not really have a lot of opportunity to make the final say so in those decisions. Um, when it comes down, especially with the coaching, and all that. So, um, but it's hard to overcome 4 seasons when you're going 74 and 244. That's 23.3 percent in a 4-year season. That is the worst span in basketball. That is the worst span in basketball. Those 4 years, the Pistons has been downgraded from 21 wins on down to 14 wins in the 4 seasons. So it's hard to, when you bring in a guy, bring in somebody else from the organization to say, hey, we're going to give you another shot. When you do look at that resume, it's like, yeah, a lot of it is not Troy Weaver's fault, but part of it could be some of his fault on some couple of things, but a lot of it's not his fault. It's just unfortunate situation, the record what it is, and they want for a change, and that's where they're going for. And Langdon came in, getting for a change. So Troy Weaver, what he has done, he cleared a lot of space, had cap room to get future assets, trade assets. And that's what Troy Weaver has done. Troy Weaver, we missed. He's well liked. If you're a true Piston fan, you've been around this organization, how great of a guy he is. I'm not talking about those delusional fans. I'm not talking about them. I don't, they can jump in the fucking lake. I don't give a shit, okay? I'm talking about them, motherfucker. I'm talking about real true Pistons fans that understand the game. Right. Understand the game of fucking basketball. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it's like I said, it's just an unfortunate situation. Troy Weaver, we definitely wish you the best. I know things didn't go well with the 4 years here, but I say this, you did a wonderful job of drafting these young core, trying to do the best you can, restoring this franchise. But yeah, we definitely, saying future endeavors from where you're at. I know it's another organization is gonna welcome you with open arms, and hope you can help turn wherever the organization need that assistance, and turn it around. And people forget too, came from OKC. He used to be assistant GM. He used to be under Sam Presti. He was under Sam Presti for a long time. So he just don't know what he's doing. He learned a lot from Sam Presti. And you see Sam Presti is still one of the, to me, Sam Presti is still one of the best, best president in basketball operations, still one of the GMs in basketball. I don't care what anybody say. Still to this day, he's one of the best. Top 5, hands down. Sam Presti. You got to give a lot of credit to Sam Presti and what he mentoring Troy Weaver to be successful. And just like you said, it's just an unfortunate situation. It didn't happen. So Troy Weaver, wish you the best, what I'm saying, so in your endeavor. So, Bree, I'm going to turn it over to you about Troy Weaver. Go ahead, my guy.
Yeah, it was sad to see him go. Being that anybody that has met Troy Weaver, like I've met Troy Weaver a couple times, because he was always cool. Even when I had on different jerseys, he still was cool with me. But that's another story. But yeah, he was cool because not only did he used to come, a lot of people that don't know this, not only did he used to come to the Piston games, he actually came to a lot of the Motor City Cruise games. So he came to quite a few of those as well. So he showed his support. He saw the guys with the crews and was like, oh, okay, see how they play and stuff. And that's how I, came across guys like Jared Roten and a couple other guys that brought him up to the Pistons. So he has a major part of that. Now, just like what you were saying about the OKC, what he did at OKC was a wonderful thing. He was brought up with being involved with a young Westbrook, Durant, and Harden, and all of them guys. So he was responsible for that, and people don't give him as much credit, even with with the drafting here, like all the moves that he's made and things like that. Even the moves that he made to get Duran, the trade he made with the Knicks, which thank you Knicks, and to get Duran, that was incredible, because a lot of the moves you would have thought he was part of the mafia or something. So it's like he came across some moves, you'd be like, how in the heck did he come across those moves? Like, did he put a gun in somebody's head or something like that? You kind of wonder that sometimes.
Right, exactly.
But, so the moves he's made, and then, just meet him. He was the ultimate, nice guy, man. You asked him to take a picture, you take a picture with him. You asked him to sign something, you sign something. So it was good. I remember one of the first times I actually met him. He was it was actually in the G League when they played a couple years ago, when they played the G League Ignite. And that was, around the time when like guys like Jaden Hardy, Beauchamp, young Scoot Henderson, a couple other guys was on that team. And that was one of the first times I met him, because he was on the court. I met him, and then I just remember Grant Long came to me like, "Hey man, you need to get him off the court and get Mr. Weaver to say." I said I ain't got no pull like that, but I came up to him. He was like, "Yo, Mr. Weaver, they want me to sit you down here and stuff." So that was always something I always remember about Troy Weaver, man. And he was always nice, good guy. He was a very very quiet guy, but he always had that distinctive voice where you just know it's him. That's it. How's it going? Is it too? What's it? He always had that voice, so you always know it's him whenever he say something. But the things that he's done in his time with the Pistons, you gotta respect it. Like you said, man, he's been the scapegoat for like years for people to blame, where it's a lot more than just him that you can blame him. And then what can you do when majority of your team is injured? Like, you can't do anything about that. You just have to play with what you have. Absolutely. And the majority of the time that he's been here, he hasn't had a full healthy team any of the years that he's been here. So it's like, it's nothing you can do. Even you can do all the good drafting and stuff like that, but when you have guys who gets injured and can't play, and 7, 8, 9 of your guys is injured, because basically our whole team last year was hurt, there's nothing else you had to get guys from the G League and other teams to fill in. You had to get guys like Metu and guys from the G League, and had to make a trade for Fontecchio, even though he got injured. So it's like, had to get Jalen Noel and a couple other guys. So it's like, it's nothing you can do about that. But he was the scapegoat. He's going to get signed by somebody else. That's almost definitely. He has that reputation in the league that somebody's going to sign him. So just salute to Troy Weaver in the time he's been there. Always been a cool, nice guy. And like I said, just salute to him in his future endeavors. I know he's gonna find other work somewhere. From the time that he's been with the Pistons, it's much respect. So I got all the praise in the world for him, man. I salute him. I salute him like crazy. Absolutely,
man. Absolutely, yeah. It's just like you said, it's a unfortunate situation. Somebody had to be the scapegoat. Somebody has to be the person to go. Like you said, when they hired Langdon in, you knew it was pretty much almost about time for Troy Weaver. He was pretty much going to be gone. So, and that's when it came down to Troy Weaver. You know, it's unfortunate he's no longer in part of the Pistons organization. Like you said, we definitely wish him well, you know, his future endeavors. So, yeah, but Troy Weaver will be missed. As like I said, you know, it's just unfortunate. Now, speaking of what's next for the Pistons. So, what's next for the Pistons is what let's start this Bree. So, what do you think the Pistons? What's next for the Pistons now? Do you think you have any mind that which their next GM are going to be? There's also been speculations about, you know, is Monty Williams next to be gone? You know, there's been the speculations, which me personally, I don't believe it. Like I said, I just think that the Pistons, they don't want the. It was rumored that, you know, somebody said Tom Gores are willing to eat that contract and, you know, get rid of Monty Williams. To me personally, I don't think they're going to get rid of Monty Williams, because you got to look at Monty Williams. He pretty much didn't get a fair shot. I understand people say what you want, that he wasn't really mentally the coach, you know, dealing with his personal situation with his wife and all that. You know, he took it because of the money. Okay, who ain't gonna pass up on the money? You know, and plus you're getting, you know what I'm saying, benefits, saying, you know, medical benefits for yourself and for your family as well. So there's another reason why you didn't pass it up. But also too, at the same time, that Monty Williams didn't get a fair shot, and I believe he's deserving of getting another opportunity. So, and as I say this again, these fucking delusional spraying rumors, Pistons, so-called Pistons fans out there putting shit on social media and all that shit, talking about Monty should be gone and this is third. Shut the fuck up. Stop talking when you don't have the actual facts. Okay? This is pissing me off every time I'm seeing this shit and you don't have actual facts. If you're not James Edward III, you're not Corey Woods, you're not Shams, you're not Adrian Wojnarowski. If you're not those people that insiders, or you're not Pistons insider that has true legit information, if you're not Downtown Deuce, if you're now King, if you're now Big Willie Styles and Steve Walker,
or Pistons talk,
you know, Pistons talk. Sometimes Pistons talk to you. I'm not going to mention Cool Khalil. I'm not mentioning him because he's on locked on Pistons. He's all over the place. I can't even mention his name. I understand he gets all the information. He gets it, but he's all over the place to me. He's too opinionated, so I'm not even mentioning him. Okay. If you're not those guys, like I mentioned, those guys that had actual inside facts, shut the fuck up. That's including Sean Murphy. You claim you're a freaking Piston fan. You're not you're Piston. You're not. Okay, stop it. No disrespect, Sean Murphy, but stop it. Okay. Like I said, the guy names the guys I named.
Got some of the best sound effects in the business, though, Sean. I gotta give you that. Yeah. But hey, but said that, I didn't.
If you ain't same them motherfuckers at 97 want to take it. You ain't. The only person I listen to is Pat Caputo, and a couple of guys in 97 want to take it. As far as Rico and the rest of them, and Jansen and all them, stop it. And especially what's his name? I can't stand him. What's his name? I can't even stand him. He always so negative on 97.1. He a black guy. I can't even think of his name. Brian Chapman. Brian Chapman. Brian Chapman. I can't stand him.
Chapsticks.
Yeah, I can't stand him. So anyway,
yeah, like I said, hey, Owen. Durrell did choose violence today.
Yeah, I chose violence because I'm tired of these so-called Pistons fans don't have the right information, or they spraying shit, don't know what the fuck they talking about. Okay.
Yeah, and, I'm tired I gotta say this too, man. And I mentioned this to you earlier, man. Can y'all stop with this whole trading Kay Cunningham, trade Jaden Ivey, Can y'all just stop? I know y'all want to be NBA 2K GMs and y'all want to come up with y'all creative team bullshit and all that. Listen, we get tired of y'all people that don't know nothing about basketball coming up with these 2K suggestions and creative players and stuff like that. Just stop. Stop. Cade, we went through so much to get Cade and that number 1 pick. Now all of a sudden y'all want to trade this guy, and he's the engine that runs this car, this piston. No pun intended, but you want to give up all of these guys. Like, you want to give up him. You want to give up Jay Nivey. You want to give up Asar already. Asar is 19, 20 years old. Y'all want to talk about giving up Duran? Why? He's all young dudes. They need to, they have to play more. They're gonna go through their mistakes. Just let them play. Like, I get tired of all these guys. Like, this is what they need to do with all this stuff. Okay, 2K GM, calm down. But I'm with you. It's some of these guys, man. I sit there and just be like, come on, man. Stop. And Frank Isola, stop talking about the Pistons, please. Please stop talking about the Pistons. I'll be hearing you on NBA radio, kind of be talking about the Pistons and sometimes the city and all that. I'm like, I like you, Frank Isola. I do. You know, and I gotta say, and what up though to Scab, Brian Scalabrine, because he always be having Detroit lingo. He be saying what up though and all that. So I big ups to Brian Scalabrine. But Frank Isola, come on, man, stop. You want to talk about some of our, you know, the Pistons is trash and some of our, you know, teams is trash over the past couple years. Stop. Don't you broadcast for the Nets. So that's enough said about you. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of your work, though. Don't get me wrong. But stop talking about my team, man.
Exactly.
About my city.
So, yeah. So, like you said, this next for the Pistons, man. So, Breed. So, what's next for the Pistons now? You believe that you say going to get a GM? You having GM in mind? Who you think they should go get? What do you, and also too, what do you believe is what's going to happen with the Pistons? You know, going forward, you got this, you know, the draft, and you know, then you got free agency coming up. So, give me your thoughts of what the Pistons should going forward. I should have known. No,
you ain't shit, Owen. First of all, they first got to get a GM. They got to figure out who, you know, what do they want to get as GM. I know the obvious choice people want to say is to try to get Tayshaun Prince. That would be nice. But actually, you know, get somebody that knows the Piston organization. Or if you want to get a Piston from the past, you know, get somebody, like Isaiah Thomas or Rick Mahorn or Bill Laimbeer, somebody, or just have them involved in the team. You know, just somebody that's built within that wants to be here. You know what I mean? But definitely, Tayshaun would be the first candidate. I would say, I know a lot of people say the GM from the Milwaukee, from the Bucks. Listen, I don't want nothing the Bucks have. Nothing. I don't want no coach, no GM. Nah, I see how the way they be treating people. No, thank you. No. Yep. The way they did Adrian Griffin is criminal. That didn't make no sense. So, I don't want nothing from Milwaukee. You know, maybe Bobby Portis, but that, you know, I take him on team, but you know, that's another thing. But yeah, man, just him, Tayshaun, I guess the GM from New Orleans, being that he has a connection with Trajan Langdon. But I would just say, just somebody that just makes sense, man. Just, somebody that's willing to make moves, and somebody that has the patience, because this is a team that you have to have patience for. Now, going forward, man, I would say they need to draft somebody that brings toughness and that's a shot blocker, because we've been lacking that for years. I'm like, I understand Duran, I got the Duran jersey on, but you putting too much pressure on him right now, because you want him to do all of this and stuff. That's not, he's young and he has to develop his game. You have to get a shot blocker. You have to get a rebounder. You gotta get somebody like a Daniel Gafford or somebody like that, and put him to that 4 position. Because if he gets to that 5, he gonna get bodied every time. So they just got to figure out an identity, how they want to run their offense, who they want to, what's gonna be their core, which is going to be, it's gonna be Cade, Ivy, Asar, and Duran. And you could throw in Stewart if he stays here. But they got to just have a flow, and they got to just want to know exactly what kind of offense they want to run. And then it's still a young team, one of the youngest teams in the league. So they're going to make their mistakes. They're going to struggle. They're going to do whatever. But just have that identity. And then with Monty, Monty got to think of a strategy on what he wants to do. But when you have a team that's injured, what can you do? So a lot of people putting pressure on Monty Williams, but like you said, D, they putting pressure on him, and he's only been here for 1 year. You can't expect a guy in his first year to go to the NBA Finals with this type of team. It's gonna take a struggle. It happens. He did that with Phoenix. He did that with every team he coached. But as time got better, the teams got better. So who would have thought he would have did what he did with Phoenix? That was a team that was dead to water.
Mm-hmm.
You had Charles Barkley talking about Phoenix. So people just got to give this team patience and stop with the 2K dreams and GMs, man. Just because you play it and you create a play, stop it. Stop dictating. Please stop it. Get your creative player asses out of here, man. Stop. It makes sense. If you want to do a channel or something like that on YouTube, that's fine. But if you're talking about all this other stuff, come on, man. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
All right, Hitman, what's good?
Hitman, what's up, man? Hitman on the chat. Ain't heard from Hitman in a while, man.
Yeah.
That's Hitman. You got Art in the chat. But yeah, go ahead, Bree.
Yeah, it's just like, man, I get tired of these 2K dreamers out here, man. Want to be GMs and vice presidents and all that, man. It's just, but yeah, they gotta just have an identity. They gotta pick who gonna be their GM, and it's just and please don't pick JJ Redick. Please don't. Don't.
He might be the Fakers head coach. He might be the LA Fakers head coach. He might be.
And while we talking about this, I need to say this. How is it that you're giving coaches who've never coached, not even assistant coach, giving them jobs, and you're not giving jobs to guys like Mark Jackson or Sam Cassell or guys like that? I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Guy has no coaching experience, and now he might be a front runner of coaching the Fakers, as we like to call them. Mm-hmm. Like, come on, man. That makes no sense. That makes no sense whatsoever. The way they treat black coaches is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you giving guys who's never had coaching experience the job. I don't want to say no name. Steve Nash, which they should have never even tried to hire at Brooklyn. Or as my boy Paul H. Smith will call them, the Brooklyn Bricks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's
shout
crazy.
out to Paul H. Smith.
Right.
Ark said Reddick is a front runner because he's a Bron ass kisser. Hell no.
Hey, Ark. Check this out. Who in the NBA ain't a LeBron ass kisser?
Yeah.
Really think about that.
Well, we know one.
League is an ass kicking LeBron.
Except for one though. That's why he left that team. Miami. Pat Riley went by that bullshit.
No.
Pat Riley went by. That's why LeBron couldn't do what he wanted to do in Miami. Pat Riley said, "I'm the head. I'm the HNIC."
Right. With the slick hair.
Yep.
And all that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Hey man, who gives a damn about LA? Yeah,
shout out to Eric Spoelstra too.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, like you said, Bree, you was right on a lot of those things, man. Like I said, man, I'm just really, like you said, you see what this Pistons organization does. They say when moving forward, when it comes to they see what they do. They got the trade assets, they got the cap space. Like I said, the Pistons need to go. Whether they decided they're going to trade the 5th pick or not, it remains to be seen. If they still want to go young again, or they want to, make trade assets to go get some veteran, proven. I'm going to say this: proven veterans that been here that could fit perfect. Speculation saying Brandon Ingram. I have no problem with Brandon Ingram. The only question I have is durability. His durability. Will he fit well with them? With this Pistons organization, with Ivy and Cade and Sart? Absolutely. With Durant? Absolutely. But I'm just worried about his durability. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's been speculations about, they go for Brandon Ingram. But, as you know, that being said, like you said, you need to get a proven veteran that can help take the pressure off of Cade and Ivy. Take pressure off these young cores. Show and learn. A proven veteran can groom these young guys. No disrespect to the Corey Josephs and recruiters and all them, and no disrespect to those, but they wasn't the proven veterans like they played in this league, played significant minutes that could help groom these young teams. That's what we didn't have the veteran that could set the tone, can help this young team turn this thing around, turn their losing to winning. So now we can actually, go get these veterans that can help the Cade. Cade is our franchise player. If we don't put pieces around Cade, your best player, he's gonna want out of here. You want to make sure you keep your star players happy, your franchise player happy. Put a team around that fits well with this team. So get a proven veteran. Let's see what's going to, and help, give Monty Williams, I believe he's still going to be here. I don't believe the Pistons going to, Tom Gores is going to eat that lot of that money. So that's a lot of money they paid him. I don't believe they're going to eat that up. So all this, and people saying Monty is going to be gone, they're going to fire him. They're not going to fire him. His job is safe. They're going to give him another chance and see what he does. Okay, you can't get no worse than 14 and 68. You can't get no worse than that. I hope not. So all you can do is just move up, continue to grow and get better. So as like I said, man,
Yeah, and
Um,
the thing is though too, and I agree with you with veterans, but you gotta have veterans also that wants to be here and that's willing to want to teach these young guys. Like we've had the Bogdanovich, the Alec Burks, we've had the Taj Gibson, which I don't understand how Taj Gibson get hurt and he didn't even play, but hey, that's how it is. Maybe it's just old age. I don't know, but
mhm.
you got to have the right veterans to want to teach these young guys though. But these young guys has got to be willing to learn. You can have the veterans, but if you don't have the young guys that's like want to learn, is willing to learn, it's gonna be a disaster. Because some of these young guys, these young players, they don't want to learn. They already like they think that they have the tools and they can have everything, you know, that they have, and it don't work like that.
Yeah.
You know, even with some of the best players in the league, they had to learn from veterans.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Even with Luka had to learn from Dirk. You know what I'm saying? Tatum and Brown, they learned from Al Horford, guys like that. You know what I mean? So it happens. It definitely happens.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
they have to just learn and have the right veterans. I mean, with Golden State, you got Curry, Clay, and Draymond. They teaching these young guys. They teaching the young guys like Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody, and the young point guard. I can't remember his name, but but learning from they learning from. So even with Houston, with the Rockets, you got Jalen Green and all them guys is learning from Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks and all them. So it happens, but you have to have that right. You have to have that mix between young guys and veterans. You know what I mean?
This is an interesting time. This is an interesting one. I like what Art said. That's interesting. Art says this. You know, I understand the free agency, and I know where he's getting at. But like I said, we just need this proven. I think the Pistons had the opportunity to get a proven veteran this last off season. We could have brought a guy named Cam Johnson. Could have brought a guy of we could have brought in, Torrey Craig. We could have brought in a couple of veterans. I mean, you don't have to pay him. You know what I mean? Maybe Cam Johnson, you have to pay him, a little more money. But you brought in a proven veterans that can help this young team. But I don't have a problem with, I'm saying Archangel saying, but like you said, we'll see what he does. It may come to a situation, like you said, I think Pistons got the trade assets. They can make some trades. So, I mean, let's see what it come down to. It might be some couple of surprises. They usually be unexpected, but, it could be the right moves. It could be, seeing. We don't know what's behind the scenes, what this organization does. We don't know. We just on the outside looking in. So, but yeah, other than that,
and also with the trade package that you have there, even though all the package them young Ivy and Sasser, this team got a lot of guards. They still, even if you do that package, they still got a lot of guards. With Ivy, Sasser, Quentin Grimes, Malachi Flynn. You still got a lot of guards. Jalen Noel. This team got at least about 7-8 guards.
And some of them guards is not gonna, obviously not gonna be there. I don't know about the Malachi situation. Malachi Flynn, Quentin, believe Quentin Grimes is going to be there. They can also look at too, as the Pistons are going to keep Simone Fontecchio. That's another situation. I hope they really keep him because he deserves to be here. Yeah, he used to be another culture fit with this Pistons team. So definitely, I would love to see him there. With his role, he can stretch the floor, shoot the three. He's could post up. He's pretty good defender. We need somebody like him as well. They got that stretch big as well. So but yeah, I that's one of those guys. But like I said, we'll see what whoever the next GM comes in. We'll see what Trey Layton and what he does, what he's going to do to prevent this team. Like I said, it's going to be interesting. Like I said, like I said, the draft is coming up later on this month, and then after that, you got free agency. So you got trades. It's gonna be interesting. Definitely looking forward to the draft and what the Pistons going to do. If they're going to keep the 5th pick, or if they're going to trade the 5th pick and going for free agency is right after that. So let's see what's going to happen. What Langdon's going to do.
And not only too, they got to figure out what they want to do with Fonseca. They got to figure out what they want to do with Evan Fournier too.
He'll be gone. He'll be gone.
Yeah. He could be that right veteran, but he's in that, because I think it's some guys. I think he's teaching some of these young guys something. I think he's that veteran that's teaching somebody. But you need somebody than that. Now, I'm gonna touch on what Hit just said with this one. That B Stu been disappointing. I agree. I do agree. But with Stu, he's basically a product of how the NBA is now. They three happy. They love shooting these threes. And that's Isaiah Stewart. Isaiah Stewart is three happy. He shoots too many threes. And I've been saying this for I don't know how long. He shoots too many goddamn threes. Absolutely. And he should be bullying people like crazy. He should go to the rack. He should go to do rebounding. He needs to be like Draymond Green, because he has that reputation of don't nobody want to fuck with him.
Yeah.
Just ask Draymond Green, because Draymond came up to it, looked like he wanted to fight. Like, oh no, I ain't messing with B Stu. You more crazier than me. But he has to use that mentality to go to the rack and rebound and stuff. A lot of times, Duran is the only one that's rebounded down there. When you got 2-3 guys and you fighting every time, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing you can do. That's kind of like what old boy from the Knicks did in the play. Isaiah Hartenstein. He was doing that. He was fighting through all them rebounds by himself, because he didn't have it. When you in there with 3 or 4 guards and you the only big guy, it's nothing else you can do. It's nothing else. You fighting and clawing your way to a rebound. So and that's how Duran is. Duran is fighting for his life getting at the rebounds because he's the only one there.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that. And when you ain't got, and when everybody wants to be in the perimeter and when everybody wants to shoot threes, and that's what's wrong with this league. Everybody wants to shoot goddamn threes. It's like that's why I respect guys like DeMar DeRozan and stuff. He goes, he top of the key, shoots two. I know people say that he got an old school game, but ain't nothing wrong with that. He knows his game. He knows his limits, and I think players need to understand their limits. You can't be shooting threes like you Andre Drummond and stuff. You're not gonna hit too many of them. But you gotta just understand that it's good to practice that. But everybody they gotta stop this trying to be like Steph Curry and Damian Lillard and Trae Young and all these guys shooting all these threes from half court. And come on, man, stop it. But yeah, B Stu gotta. Man, he got to retool his game. But that's what happens, too, when you give guys these big-ass contracts. Sometimes when you give them these big contracts, they don't live up to that. They already got their money, so they just saying, hey, forget it. I got my money. I'm gonna just play the game I want to. But that's when it comes. That's where Monty Williams got to sit him down and be like, hey man, we can't. We don't play. We don't play basketball like that. Stop shooting all these damn threes. Stop doing this. You need to stop doing that. Play your game. Play that Isaiah Stewart basketball when you first got into the league. Play that. We need you with that. That's the way they have to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah, man. Absolutely. So, but like I said, man, absolutely. So it's definitely.
Now, Ark, I gotta disagree with you on this one. As a small ball 5,
well,
I don't know.
No, well,
He ain't strong enough to be no.
What he's saying is a small ball 5 with a team like playing small ball. You could play the 5 position on the small ball situation. So I kind of understand where he's coming from.
I respect that.
I kind of understand where he's coming from. Yeah.
Kind of like a Draymond Green small 5 kind coming off the bench. Okay,
I understand. Yeah, I can really. So as soon as he feeling really he got a shot, but
I don't see Stu helping Duran on the glass either. He don't do that. That's not his game.
Yeah. I just think that I don't know what's gonna. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen. Stu is not a forward row. He cannot guard on the perimeter like Draymond, that is true. At least Draymond can guard on the perimeter, but unfortunately, Stu can't guard on the perimeter like they get blown by so easy and stuff. So that is true on that. So, but like I said, with Langdon, we'll see what happens. We'll see who's the new GM's going to happen. We're definitely going to bring it to y'all. And see, introduce, whoever the new GM is, and like I said, going forward with this organization. So we're gonna make sure that we can get this team back in, the order. And like I said, we're in the hands of Langdon and this new GM and this new Pistons organization. So we can start winning games again. So we're definitely looking to it. So going to switch on to the next topic. We still got some basketball. We got some NBA finals to talk about.
Yes,
so we got some NBA finals. Yes, we got to talk about it, man. So Prix, we got the Boston Celtics versus the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks, as you know, the Jaylen Brown was the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Luka was the Western Conference Finals MVP. It is going to be very interesting. It's series. I mean, me personally, I don't care who wins the series, but if I had to choose, I'm gonna have to go with Boston because of the experience. Outside of Kyrie Irving and Luka, I mean Luka's first time in the finals, but the rest of those guys at Dallas don't really have the experience. But like Boston does. I'm gonna lead on Boston because now this is the opportunity. They don't win a championship this year. They're gonna break a portion of that team. And I believe Tatum or Jaylen Brown is gonna be gone. But I mean, they're probably more Jason Tatum because it's kind of hard to eat up a lot of that money. From Jaylen Brown, you just paid him over $300 million. So. It's going to be interesting. So Boston, this is their opportunity, the best opportunity. You went through the Eastern Conference. Like in your path, like it was nothing. I mean, you guys are injuries, but you got to play through it. It is what it is. They went through Miami, went through Cleveland, went through Indiana. Had a week and a half off. You at home, first 2 games at home. So Boston, I believe Boston will win in 6. I believe it's going to go 6 games. I think Boston is going to win it. But like I said, I don't care who win it, between, them two. But Boston is just their best opportunity now. I think the experience with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. You brought in a guy Drew Holiday, a champion. You got Derek White. Um, you got Al Horford, and Porzingis. We'll see Porzingis. He's more like he's going to play. So you got those guys out there, So it's it's going to be interesting. But I'm going to give Dallas their credit. Dallas, they made a magical run. They end up beating the Clippers. They end up beating Minnesota. They end up went and beat the number one team, OKC. Luka and Kyrie Irving, they was unbelievable. Kyrie Irving shows why he's the Kyrie Irving that we know. That's a basketball player. He left all that outside noise out, all that stuff that's been going on the last couple of years. He's been balling in these playoffs. He is in another NBA Finals. So his opportunity playing against his former team. Even Porzingis, same thing, playing against his former team. So Luka has been unbelievable in these playoffs. Shows why he's one of the best players in the league. So, and I'm like I said before I turn it over to you to breathe, this is going to be a very interesting matchup. I want to see where Drew Holiday is going to guard either Luka or he's going to guard either Kyrie. And whoever Drew Holiday guards, Jaylen Brown's going to be next man up. Or to me, to point Jason Tatum. Well, even Derek White. It's going to be interesting. And I also say this too. I said this on Dynasty Sports Network. Shout out to the guys at Dynasty Sports Network. I said this too earlier, and I asked them this. If Kyrie and Luka and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, they both have great games. Which role player of each team is going to step up and is going to benefit to help win that championship? And I'm going to ask you this, Bree. That too. I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to let you give your take. I'm going to give you your take, and I'm going to ask you this. Which role players of each team, if your two best players step up, if your two best players, they do what they does. They scoring, doing everything. Which of the role players of each team has a better shot of winning a championship? The floor is yours, Bree.
I would probably say more so. I would give Boston probably the edge on that. But I would tell you this: with Dallas, I think they do. They got some guys who, if Luka and Kyrie, you got the PJ Washingtons, you got the Liveleys, you got the Gaffers, and then also too, you got Tim Hardaway Jr. on the back pocket. So you get Derek Jones, you got all them. But with Boston, like you say, they got that experience. They have Drew Holiday, which more likely Drew Holiday is probably gonna check Kyrie. I think he's gonna check Kyrie, and I think Jaylen Brown is gonna check Luke. So it's gonna be interesting who Dallas puts on Jason Tatum. I think that's the thing. Who you gonna have checking him? More likely it's probably gonna be Derek Jones Jr. More likely. But I would say Boston the slightest edge as far as like the role players and stuff. But I wouldn't count Dallas out because they got a lot of young guys and they hungry.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot of. Even though I'm like you, man, I got Boston in about 5-6 games. I wouldn't even be surprised if it goes 7. I wouldn't be surprised, but I think Luka and Kyrie, I think they're gonna ball out, man. I think they're gonna ball, and Kyrie got something to prove coming back to Boston. I know he is going to want to beat Boston in the worst way. He wants to cut their throats off the way they treated him. The way he stepped on the logo with his foot and all that. Oh, the crowd is going. Oh, and that Boston crowd and people that know that Boston crowd, they can be kind of rowdy, and at times they can be racist.
Mm-hmm.
They can be racist.
Yep.
And they can say some shit that will make you want to punch the hell out of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be an interesting finals. Like I said, I got Boston winning. I got Jason Tatum being the MVP. Because he got to step up. But yeah, I'm worried about Porzingis, man. If Porzingis don't play, Boston still can do their thing, because even people saying Boston had the easiest route to the finals. I mean, hey, it ain't up to them who they face, and if they going through injuries and stuff. Every team go through injuries.
Exactly.
So you know Absolutely. What I'm saying? People can say Dallas went through a easy route with facing the Clippers, and then you faced a OKC team who was inexperienced themselves, and then you faced the infant Wolves. I'm not calling them baby Wolves no more. I'm calling them the infant Wolves.
I'm gonna breathe. Here we go back to we said it last year, and of course definitely we both been saying it. The dumbest team in the league.
Yes.
Again. The dumbest team in the league again.
Now I will say this about the Timberwolves. They head coach was injured, ran into a player and stuff. He was still out there, but I'm not giving that an excuse though. He was still out there coaching. But you have to adjustments. You have to do better with adjustments. This is a team that don't do good with adjustments. And Anthony Edwards, you the man and all that, but please shut the fuck up when you check Kyrie. Stop it. You can't do nothing with him. Please stop.
Yeah.
Please.
No, like I said, I give Anthony Edwards. I mean, he kind of did poke the bear a little bit with calling out Kyrie, but Kyrie shows. But Anthony Edwards, I don't have an issue with that. For the most part, I mean, it's competition, is basketball, so I don't have an issue with that. Because Anthony Edwards been shown he proven in this league why he was, he balled out. But Karl Anthony Towns, that guy is a fucking joke. That guy is a fucking joke.
Hey D, you mean the best big man shooter of all time? That's what he called himself.
That's what he called himself, but he showed sitting up here and never want to take his ass down on the block and post up. He don't really have a post up game. He always want to shoot goddamn threes all the goddamn time. I think at one point, was it last week or the week before, in that series, he went, shooting only 14% for three? Yeah. Come on, man. Stop it, man.
Baby kidding.
Man, stop it, man. The Minnesota, I'm telling you, the Minnesota infant Wolves are the dumbest team. Why in the hell you keep putting Rudy Gobert on an island every time they're on a pick and roll? Why are you keep putting Rudy Gobert out there checking Luka or Kyrie? Why? Why are you not going the adjustments you're talking about? Why are you not going small ball? Bring in Nas Reed. Why are you not playing some type of zone? Why are you bringing a couple of hell? I would took my chances playing fucking Luka Garza in at least.
Right.
But you gotta be the dumbest team in the league. I just don't understand them, and that's why they are what they are. I was just trying to give them the benefit of doubt. Yes, they ran through Denver. They beat them in 7. I give them that. Also, too, I mean, you beat Phoenix. Phoenix wasn't themselves. They've been kind of up and down all year. Okay, what I find. You play Dallas. And another thing, too, with the infant Wolves. I know we're supposed to talk NBA Finals, but then we get to the infant Wolves. You lost more home playoff games than you won road playoff games. You have not won in this series alone against Dallas. You didn't even win a home game. You lost game 2, game 1, and game 5 at home.
As the favorite team.
Yeah, you're at home. You lost the 2 games at home against Denver before you finally had that 45-point win in game 6. The Phoenix won, whatever. Phoenix was themselves. But I'm telling you, they need to make a change. Like I said, they had a good run, but they the infant wolves until they prove otherwise. I'm not calling no Timberwolves. I'm not calling no baby wolves. I'm not calling no female the bitch wolves. I'm not calling none of that. They the infant wolves for a reason. Okay, they showed it. Until they make some moves, get rid of Rudy Gobert or whatever they want to do, they're going to be the Minnesota infant wolves. Now back to the NBA Finals. Like I said, man, this is going to be a great series to me, and that's you as well, and everybody else is going to watch it. It's going to be a great series. But like I said, I just think Boston's going to win. I think they're going to win the 6 games. I think because of the experience, they know the expectations now that Boston knows they have to win. They have to win to shut the critics up. You know, they've been in the Eastern Conference Finals too many times. They went to the NBA Finals 2 years ago and lost to Golden State. You had a 2-1 series lead, and then Golden State just took care of business after that. Won 4, 5, and 6, and that's what the Boston experienced. Then last year, you went to these conference finals. You was down 0-3, you tied the series 3-all, and then you got destroyed. You got destroyed at home against Miami last year. So now you get to the finals. You know, this is the opportunity for Boston to shut the critics up, and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to capture that championship they've been aiming for the longest. I mean, since they've been playing together. So I just think that because of the experience of Boston, they're going to win this series. Will I be surprised Dallas win it? No. We'll see, you know. And I believe that Hitman was saying, or, you know, Archangel was saying, one of them in the comments, that, you know, the outside shooting, Boston's outside of Porzingis shooting in Boston's front court ain't strong enough. I'm gonna have to disagree on that one. Hitman, because Porzingis get going, man. Boston's front court, you got Al Horford there. He's a veteran. He know his role. Okay, so it's gonna come down to, you know what I'm saying, if they get going, Boston's gonna be tough to beat. It really gonna be tough. And like you say, with no disrespect to Gafford and PJ Washington, I love PJ Washington. I liked him when he was in Kentucky. You know, he was one of my favorite players. You know, but no disrespect, they just don't have the experience. I understand they're gonna be hungry, but I just think that Boston's experience is gonna come to play, and that's what I believe it's gonna come down to. So and then also, you know, sometimes, and we speak on experience, but sometimes experience don't always win. I mean, ask the Pistons in 2004 when against the Lakers. Lakers had all that experience, and Pistons dominated. Yeah, it was hungry.
You know, and even with, you know, Dallas and Miami that year when Dallas won with Dirk.
I think Dallas had the experience. Dallas had the experience. Everybody picked in Miami because of LeBron, which you know, everybody picked Miami because of LeBron and D Wade and all them. But Dallas had the experience. They was the better team. So
yeah, and then you got to give credit to Dallas and the coaching job of Jason Kidd. Yep. I mean, he's done a wonderful job,
absolutely,
coaching that team, and then even the assistant coaches on that team too. One name I got to bring up who's one of the best ball handlers in basketball history, is God Sam God. God Sam God has been wonderful with these guards, man. The practicing with Luka and Kyrie and all these guys, they getting them better with the ball handling skills. And I've seen them in practice when they came down here. You know, he was running drills and stuff like that with them. So definitely shout out to Dallas with the great coaching job they did. Now I think if Dallas runs the pick and roll with Kyrie and Luka, and then you have, pick and roll with Lively and Gafford and all these other guys. Now, especially if Boston doesn't have Porzingis, that can give Boston problems because they're not gonna jump with Gafford and Lively. And then you got to double team them, and then and even with PJ Washington to the side 3. So they may have a tough time with that. Now, if they keep with the pick and roll, that could be the best offense for them. You know what I'm saying? Do the same kind of stuff they did against Minnesota. Because if you really look at it, Boston, besides Porzingis, they don't really have a shot blocker like that. So you got to use that to your advantage if I'm Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So it happens. Even with Boston, they had that experience factor. So I'm gonna say it like this: if Boston doesn't win, you have to break that team up if they don't win this championship, because they've been good this long and been to the finals. You have to break that team up. If they don't win it this year, you got to do something about that team. And I understand you got Jaylen Brown with that big contract, Tatum. Tatum got to show up. Tatum got to show up in this finals. Yeah, I think Holiday gonna show up. I think Brown's gonna show up, but Jason Tatum has to be the one that's gonna show up. He has to, because he hasn't really had a good playoff. Really, this playoffs, it hasn't been that good. And Boston has lost a lot of home games themselves. So, this could be right up Dallas' alley, because they don't really have much to lose. They're not even the favorites for the most part. So they can just do whatever they can. But I think Dallas is going to be hungry. They're going to be athletic. They're going to come with it, and they're going to be ready. So like D said, they not if Dallas wins, I'm not going to be surprised. But if Boston doesn't, you have to do something about this team. You got to break this team up, because this is a make it or break year. And I'm not saying give up Joe Mazzulla as a coach, because he hasn't been there that long. Even though they never really should have gave up Ime Udoka, but the little story thing, that was just how it is. But Mazzulla's done a great job, so it's cool.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that. Jaylen Brown's been their best player.
No, Jaylen Brown has clearly been the best player on it. Art, you have to look at the numbers. Jason Tatum has not played his best in these playoffs. He really hasn't. And this is another thing I'm gonna say with Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum has, when bigger moments, he has shied away from bigger moments, and that's been proven. This is another reason I say this is the opportunity for Boston to win it. Because Jason Tatum, you are the best player on the team. Jaylen Brown's second, but Jaylen Brown has outplayed you, especially in the conference finals. He deserved that Eastern Conference Finals trophy because he outplayed. And Tatum has to step up. He has to step up in these bigger games. He can't. This is your opportunity now. You're back in the finals. You learned from your experience 2 years ago. Last year, people say, "Oh, they would have won it if Jason Tatum would have hurt." They would never put themselves in a situation down 0-3 in the first place against Miami before they end up making that run to tie the series. You should not put yourself in that situation in the first place. Let's get that together. People keep forget they want to overlook that. Okay, Jason Tatum, you got to show up in these playoffs. You got to show up in the finals. You got to show why you are the leader. You're the best player on the team. Showing why you still one of the top 10 players in the league. You have to show up, man. That's plain and simple. Jaylen Brown gonna do his thing. Come on, hit man. Listen, I understand Luka can go toe to toe against each other. Yeah, with the scoring.
Not toe to toe offensively.
Yeah,
not defensively.
Defensively, you're right. Jason Tatum's clearly a better defender than Luka. Although Luka has been playing decent defense. Again, Dallas. Another thing, since they had that trade with Gafford and PJ Washington, Dallas has been the top 3 defensive team since that trade. They've been the top 3. So Dallas has been playing much better defense. That's why they made another reason why they made this run in the finals, because of their defense. So, but again, I just think the experience is going to come down to. That's why Boston's going to win it. But it has to come down with Jason Tatum has to step up with bigger moments. And they got to quit relying on, if you're making, Boston is has a thing of they love to shoot the 3 so much. They make their 3s, they tough to beat. They keep it going. When they don't make their 3s and they don't get going offensively, that's an issue. And Boston too, sometimes too, they get lackadaisical. They get these big leads and they start to let teams come back. Dallas has to, Boston has to sustain those leads. That's plain and simple. So it's going to come down to Tatum. It's going to come down to Tatum.
And I think, and we talk about Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, I think we got to talk about Drew Holiday too, because he got a lot to do with it as well. I think with, like I said, he's going to be the one that's going to be playing offensively and defensively, more so on Kyrie. So I think he has a lot to do it. He has to shoot well. He has to get his offense going as well. So Drew Holiday has to show up, and Derek White, because they're both 2 good defensive guards. You know what I'm saying? They're good defensive guards. And they got to shoot the ball well as well. But then when you got Dallas, we talk about PJ and Gafford and Lively, but guys like Derek Jones, you got Jaden Hardy, you got like I said, Tim Hardaway Jr. If he plays, if he gets some playing time, he has that experience as well. So yeah, you know what though? With that, I can answer that. Halliburton got hurt though, but I don't think. But they wouldn't have won that series anyway though. Indiana, they wouldn't have won that series. But then you got to understand too with Indiana, they only had 1 day of rest when they played Boston. People don't understand that. They only had 1 day of rest, and then they had to play Boston that very next series after they beat the Knicks. So you can say that could be fatigue. You can say whatever, even though them Indiana boys was playing.
This one I'm gonna disagree with you. Because even then with that 1 day rest, Indiana had the opportunity to win game 1. They blew it in overtime. Right. They had the opportunity to win. I don't know. Say the game 2 kind of out of their hands. They had 2 other opportunities, game 3 and game 4, to win the game. The Indiana could have been up 3 games to 1. They had opportunities, especially in the fourth quarter. They blew those fourth quarter leads, both games at home, and really the first game. They really blew those. If you went into the overtime, if Siakam had not turned the ball over game 1, and Boston would not won that game. Game 3 and 4, Indiana was up. One in the fourth quarter, it was up. It came down to the seconds, and Indiana, they blew it. Indiana could have been up 3-1. So I definitely disagree with you on that because Indiana had opportunities to win. Because they played well against Boston. They did. It's just the inexperience came in because of the lack of discipline down the stretch. That's what it came down to. Boston defense, they did what they did. They came down and clamped down when it mattered most. But Indiana had opportunities to win those games, and they blew it. 3 out of the 4 games, they had opportunity. They should never. They wouldn't have got swept.
Yeah. Right about that. And then Indiana didn't have they didn't have Matherin the whole playoffs. So people tend to forget about that. But every team goes through injuries. I mean, it's next man up. But yeah, you're right. Indiana should have went 3-1. Now, some people will say that's inexperience, even though Siakam and Turner is the vets. But hey, you still got to play. You still got to play the whole 48 minutes. It was a coming out party for guys like Nembhard and Naismith and guys like that. But yeah, but like I said, but Hitman, I agree with you. Boston didn't have that lockdown defense. They didn't have a lockdown defense. But you gotta have enough defense like a Holiday and a White who's good on-ball defenders. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be interesting because they're gonna get tested. They're gonna get tested because Kyrie and Luka they gonna be feasting. They're gonna be feasting. They'll probably get 30 points each game. But it's all about the others that's gonna step up as well. And just like with Boston, Brown and Tatum gonna get theirs. It's just all about is Holiday gonna get his? It's White, it's Horford. You know what I'm saying? But then they gotta test Al Horford because his age, because he can't move around like he used to. So I think that's where Lively and Gafford come into play. Like move Horford around, like make him play both ends of the floor. Especially if they don't have Porzingis, you gotta test the Boston big men, like because they're not mobility, they're not mobile like that. I mean, you got Luke Cornett. What is he gonna do? Even though he's a little bit of a shot blocker, but more people on their bench got to step up. The Jordan Walshes, the Sam Houses, all these other guys, they got to step up. But if PJ Washington is going to be key too. He's probably going to be that third scorer, more likely. He has to test whoever plays him on defense. But these where the bright lights come into handy, man. If the bright lights, you got to show up and show out. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? But it should be, like I said, it should be a good series. It should be a good series. Right. Yeah, PJ can match Horford on a corner 3. But even PJ, he got to take whoever checking him off the dribble. That's the big thing. He got to take whoever off the dribble. But like I said, Gafford and Lively have to test, use their athleticism against Horford, because Horford is not going to out-jump Gafford and Lively. If you throw the lobs and stuff, them boys gonna get it every time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man. So we got our takes in, the finals. So Bree, you said you got Boston in what? How many games?
I got Boston in probably like 5-6 games.
I got Boston in 6. So yeah, like I said, we're looking forward Thursday. The first game, Boston and Dallas in Boston. I think it's at 8:00 or 9:00, one of the times, but. So it's going to be a good series. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to we all be watching. It's going to be an entertaining series.
And I got to say this, too. It's going to be interesting to see how Boston is going to play at home, because they've really been struggling at home this whole playoff. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play at home. What's the energy, how they're going to play and stuff, because a lot of times they've been lackadaisical at home. So it's going to be interesting to see how Boston plays at home. I know that Dallas, they're going to come to play. They're not going to be intimidated by this crowd or anything like that. So they weren't intimidated by the Minnesota crowd. You could tell that from the last game. They blew the infant wolves out of the building.
Yep.
And when I saw that score, I was like, that gotta be an NBA 2K score or something. That can't be real. But that's gonna be the key, I would say, to that. But it should be a good final.
Absolutely. So Bree.
Yes, sir.
Before you get on to your experience at the Grand Prix, I know we talked earlier. I'm gonna let you go ahead and take over and do your little voicing your voice about the situation, people hating on Caitlin Clark. And I know you wanted to bring it up on the show.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you take the floor on that. And you could go on from there, brother. It's been what we talked earlier. It's been true, but I'm going to let you take the floor before, and then we get into your experience at the Grand Prix before we go and end the show. So, Bree, you take the floor about the whole situation that, about the Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, so it's just, to me, even though she's a rookie, and you're going to have players going to pick on, that's how they do rookies. But it's almost, it's like they got a little bit more extra for her. Now, I know, it's going to be a lot of the vets and stuff hating on her because of how, where she came from, and her being number one and all the, expectations and stuff like that, and her being a reason why she's had the WNBA is getting all these, flights and all this stuff now. But it's just the ongoing, people just get mad at her and stuff because of this happening. I mean, people should be thanking her because she putting all this extra money. Even though the past stars in the league, they should have did, but the WNBA should have did more marketing for women from when they first started. Even certain females now, like, should have been the face of the league and things like that, like the Asia Wilsons and all that. They should have put more into that. You didn't even see them much on television as much. But now, with Clark, you see it's like every single game she's in is televised. And you're not doing that with Angel Reese. It's almost like y'all done just threw her away from. It's crazy to me. But I know the bullying and all that stuff. I mean, that just comes with just being a rookie. They just testing her. By the time next year, 2 years from now, she's probably she knows what to expect. It's just basically a reality check with her. Like all the bullying, and then even the thing, the little rivalry, because they just played the Chicago Sky with Reese and the other chick, and they prices, the ticket sales and the prices was crazy. But every game she's selling out. But it's just the whole they talking about the white privilege thing and all of that stuff, and she's doing that because she's white. But y'all had y'all chance when y'all was in the league, but y'all wasn't marketable like that the way it. And then on top of that, the WNBA wants more NBA players to fund their game. It's like, why do you need NBA players to fund your game, and y'all should be doing that on your own? So, but yeah, man, the whole Caitlin Clark and the whole thing, y'all. And in the words of Charles Barkley, stop being petty. Y'all females got to stop being petty, man. Stop being petty. You know what I'm saying? Just stop. See the reason why all this extra money is going in and things like that. So, Ark, I'm not going to pay attention to what you just said. I'm not going to pay attention with what you just said.
I'm glad you I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said it.
D.
Oh, the birthday guy?
We got
the
a
birthday
signing.
guy?
We got
guy? We got
a sighting. It took him an hour and a half, but he there.
Yeah,
Get your ass on.
Yeah.
Get on here.
Yeah. But yeah, man, Bree, I mean, you could go and I really have nothing to say about it. Yeah, like I said, I'll let you do your thing on that. So, I mean, if you continue, go ahead and continue, brother.
Yeah, it's just like, just let her play. But then at the same time, with Caitlin Clark, you knew this was coming. You knew they was going to test you. It comes with the league. If you know people is going to hate on you, you got to take that hate and use it as fuel. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the territory. It's like, I know they bullying her, they doing what they got to do and stuff like that. Like I said, it comes with the game. Whenever you're a rookie, they're gonna test you. Just like, you know, with how the league was doing Wemby, they was gonna test Wemby. But even though this is totally different because it's women's, but she's adding more to the game. She getting more endorsements than her whole contract. That's crazy, but it's helping the game. So y'all just gotta stop, you know. Leave the girl alone. And even the fans too. Leave that girl alone, man. Leave that girl alone. Just come on now. Y'all talking about it, but at the same time, y'all buying her jerseys. Y'all coming to her games. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like controversy. But do that, but give more praise to Reese and all these other ones as well.
Mm-hmm.
But but this is another thing I want to say too. Out of the women that were drafted this year, did y'all know that it's 12 or 13 of the ones that got drafted are not even on the team anymore? They're not even on the team no more. They get drafted and they're not. That's like 1/3 of the women that got drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Not even on the team. They didn't even play one game or be in training camp that long. So that just tell you right there. It's crazy. Uh-oh. The dead has arisen.
The Modelo's and the Cheez-Its is in the building. No.
Yeah, boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to present Mr. Slapper Bitch himself, Mr. Modelo Cheez-Its. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Nomus Jack. Randy Watson in the
What I'll tell you? Huh? What I'll tell you? Huh? Grab you on the mic. Grab you and slide you. Yeah. Come on. I know you ain't going no more. You said my name. You must be looking for me. Here I go.
There you go.
What's going on, fella?
That's Nomus J.
Yeah, so I'm kind of in the middle of two other things right now. This is why I'm late coming on here, and then I didn't even get the notification because my phone's on silent. So I was like, "Well, damn." Yeah, man, glad to be here. Your boy just turned 22 yesterday, so yeah, you know, yeah, I've been doing this since I was 12 years old, man. Now 10 years later.
Add 10 more years, okay? Stop it.
That's the Modelo's talking. That's the Modelo's talking.
Yeah, along with that Crown Vanilla, edible known to man again, and still more of it today. And yeah, like I said, in the middle of doing 3 different transactions plus on here.
Pause.
Right. Pause.
Yes.
Pause.
Oh my gosh, where are we at, man? What y'all talking about?
Well, so Breed is going on. You know, finishes his thing about the Caitlin Clark situation, and then he's gonna go on his about the Grand Prix, his experience at the Grand Prix, and we're gonna end the show.
Oh yeah,
So,
most definitely.
So, hey, no, what's your thoughts about this whole like how people treating Caitlin Clark in the WNBA?
You know what? I barely gave it any energy. Really, a lot of things I haven't given a lot of energy to. I just now, catching up on the whole rat this beef this stuff with freaking Drake and all them. So, but this situation, I can say this much. You know, you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming since the second she was about to get drafted. It's not even worth paying no energy to because everything eventually calms down anyway. So you go pick her for now, and then this time around this year or something like that, she's playing better. Nobody will be talking about it. You know how the WNBA, I think because of that recent controversy that was involved in her, I think that's the reason why a lot of this is getting gassed up. And this is common. Like this to me is like this is not nothing we haven't seen before. No, we already know the true issue with the WNBA players. You know, the biggest issue they have is that they want to get paid more. You know what I'm saying? That's always been done. And I think that's just something that keeps the WNBA and the media talk is kind of a weird distraction, in my opinion, to brag about this girl. You know, it's a lot of players in that WNBA that are really good that we don't know of. Let's be real here, because a lot of people don't watch them. So this is one way you keep people zeroed in on that product. But having somebody like her be a target. When she started playing better, getting adjusted with the game speed, you probably won't hear about it as much. That's just my take to it.
Oh, well said. No, that was well said. And like I said, I'm not getting into all that. You know, I let Breed get, bring his spill to it, and always you great some great points. But like I said, this is man, I wish him the best. Like I said, I'll be watching some WNBA games as well when I can. So it's going to be interesting. So looking for the ladies continue to grow in this WNBA to be growing successful, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. WNBA, even women's college basketball, women's basketball period starting to get more notoriety, starting to get more national TV, more marketing and stuff. So it's getting there more, so people start viewing it more. So, but yeah, they said y'all both made great valid points, and like I said, you definitely look and see how it goes from there. So, so
bring the shock back, please. Bring
that's
the
another
shock back, please.
That's another thing.
Bring the shots back.
Yeah, that's another thing, because WNBA just got for your team in Toronto, so. Yeah, so it's opportunity as possible to bring the shot back. Wow.
See, Archangel kind of on my energy too. Kind of on my energy too. I was thinking that same thing, but I wouldn't go say nothing. No. I was like, I'm gonna just keep that. If something like that come out, or if not her, it'd be another player. You go hear that whole thing. Remember Michael Sam? Mm-hmm. That came out, that did not disappear. Like we never heard of him again.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But wait till the next NFL player come out like that, or the next basketball player come out. Oh, it's gonna be this. Oh, who's gonna take him top 5 overall? He's gay. He's top 3. You know they saved him one for like a first round pick. See, Michael Sam his didn't last as long either because he was a 7th round pick. But when they get that one college player that's a quarterback or receiver that's coming out in the first round, and he's a homosexual, it's gonna be talk of the town. Watch.
Yep. That's just in time for Pride Month.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Bree,
Mm-hmm.
So
we gotta go ahead talking about your experience at the Grand Prix, and I'll let you take the
Yes.
floor on that, on your
yes, yes, yes.
Grand Prix
Um.
experience.
First off, man, it was a great experience, man. This was actually my very first time at the Grand Prix, and just being there and just seeing all the things going on downtown and how they did Riverwalk, Belle Isle, and everything, man. It was just incredible. It was just like I was almost like a kid in a candy store with all the stuff that was going on down there and the experience, man. It was just great. Now, them ticket prices wasn't no joke. I will tell you that. Pricey. Them tickets was like between 55 and 145. So it wasn't no joke. But the experience alone and just being out there, man, it was just great. Just sitting where I was at a good seat and just seeing all the cars going past. And I saw a couple of accidents up in there. A few cars didn't finish the race, but it was all in all, man. It was just a wonderful experience. I will definitely do it again next year. And just man, I was taking so many pictures of I'll definitely post it on my page and everything like that, man. Post it on the XP, on the Facebooks and everything. So I got y'all. But the experience, everybody that went, man, especially
by the way, not to cut Breed off. I was gonna say, by the way, not to cut Breed off, but make sure y'all follow. Make sure y'all follow both those Facebook group pages and make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe for more of this. But back to Breed.
Cutting me off, boy. Don't do that again. Nah. Just kidding. But yeah, it was just a great experience. Just being there. And for the whole 100 laps. But the whole 3 days, man, it was the good experience. I only went just a day, but anybody that went the 3 days, man, it was just incredible. And shout out to Scott Dixon for winning the Detroit Grand Prix. Shout out to him. Much respect. I think he won his what is his fourth time? I think he won the Detroit Grand Prix 4 times. If I'm not mistaken. So, shout out to Scott Dixon for winning the award. But like I said, man, anybody that came out, man, just I know everybody has a good time. Just walking around, just walking the downtown was just a great experience of what they've done, and the whole track and everything was just wonderful, man. It was wonderful. I even still thinking about it, it just got me smiling and everything, man. But it was just wonderful. Definitely going back next year. Like going there and then going to the Indy 500 a few years ago, man. It's anybody that hasn't been there, hey, go to the Detroit Grand Prix, man. You are going to have a wonderful time. Go. Just go. Don't even think about it. Just go. And if you have if you have kids and you have a family, it's perfect for that too. They got stuff for the kids and everything, good experiences. So it's just good for everybody, for the whole family.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm glad you able to, to have the experience down there, going to the Grand Prix, live up action. Like you said, it was fun. And it's good that you're glad the Grand Prix is back on Jefferson like it was back in the day before they decided to put it on Belle Isle. And it was at Belle Isle for a long time. So they brought it back over to the streets around Jefferson, right around the Renaissance Center and the riverfront area. So it's, it's glad they brought that back, to I mean, no disrespect to Belle Isle, but it's good to have it back in the streets of Jefferson. So,
Absolutely.
Yes.
yeah, so it's definitely the Grand Prix was exciting,
and I think, and it was good that they have it. It's good that they have it at that day, literally a week after the Indy 500. I think they should do that every year. That's perfect.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. So absolutely. But yeah, man, that was an experience of Breed being under the Grand Prix. And yes, we're about to go. So before we end this show, we want to give our special shout out to our guy on this panel, No Miss J. Happy birthday, my brother. Again, No Miss J.
Thank you.
No Miss J.
Thank you, sir.
We shout you out at Dynasty Sports Network on your birthday I shot you and shouting you out for your birthday weekend. Wish I had some Cheez-Its and Modelo on deck around me, but I don't have it around me. But no, Miss J, well, thank you, brother. We celebrate your birthday with you on this panel, man. So,
Yes, sir.
See another year in life. You can continue to slap bitches around, till you
sure will.
Yeah, so you keep doing that, no, Miss J. And only thing, since by this being your birthday weekend, all I'm saying is, no, Miss J, since you turned another year of life, all I'm saying is, no, can you don't go this year with the golf slander, okay? Don't go with the golf slander. Don't go with the golf slander. All right? I'm just saying. No golf slander.
It's like telling a woman to wear her real hair. It just ain't happening.
You piece of crap, you.
Hey, no, Miss, please. I don't talk about every time we do a show. If golf had one bad game, I don't want you to go on your rant talking about, I told you shouldn't pay Jared Goff all this money. And
meanwhile, I haven't done that yet so far since you've been here. And yet you still act like I done
it. Hey, P, don't worry. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Let Goff have one bad game. Watch here come Norman's going to put out a video. He's going to say, well, Jared Goff, he played terrible. Or Jared Goff, I don't know. Should they pay him all that money? I don't know about Jared Goff, man. That's why Hendon Hooker is right out there. He might get the starting job if Jared Goff keep this up. I wouldn't pay him.
I know he's not getting the starting job. The way you pay him, I'm way more calculated than that now. I'm not going to just put up narratives that's not there. I know they didn't pay that dude that kind of contract for him just for me to go rant like that. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm gonna let Bree get his words out the way unless you finish. So I got something I need to say anyway. I'm gonna let y'all finish.
No, I'm just saying, man. Like you said, we just it's your birthday, man. Birthday weekend when you shot you out, man. And glad you was able to enjoy another birthday, man. So that's an important thing. So we're praying for another year. And hold on, we got another birthday coming up, and about what?
Yes.
And about what?
6 days.
6-7 days. Yeah, 6 days.
Yeah.
Somebody in this other guy in the panel right here named the Plug, the new Breed 313,
who also like slapping hoes
in different area codes.
Hey, listen. Ease on that now. Ease on that. Stop telling my business out there like that now. I don't slap them.
Keep talking.
I'll drag them like Diddy. I mean, no, I'm kidding.
And speaking of dragging somebody, look who just appeared in the chat. Oh my God. 0-16.
Oh, he appeared earlier. He was looking for you.
Yeah, he was here early.
He was looking for you.
Yeah, I was. Oh yeah. And let me guess. When he seen I wasn't on here, he said, "Wait, no numbers." Shaking my head. Right.
Yep.
Right.
Come on.
I told you. No, he was gonna criticize me or something. Then say shaking my head. I told you.
Mm-hmm. Never fail. So Noman,
Never fail.
You got something that you want to go ahead to elaborate, brother?
Okay, so first things first, I want to send a special shout out to Retro Recap, friend of the show. Should probably still be streaming on Twitch now unless he get off, but he threw a celebration for me on Twitch yesterday. We had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I was so discombobulated. I could only just watch. I couldn't even type on my phone because I just had no motion and everything was just so slow. But that's another story for another time that I probably won't tell out loud on here. The other thing I actually was gonna say, and again, shout out to him and everybody in the group. But the other thing I was gonna say too was it was actually retaining to Jared Goff. It's funny you brought him up because I'm actually working on the video, but I'll just get skinny on it now. A lot of things. Look, there's things I do criticize about him still to this day, but I'm more accepting of him more than I actually thought because I had to kind of give some leeway. And this just is to him personally. There was games I said last year that, he didn't have the best performance, but I felt that the team and the way the game was managed kind of screwed him around. I think y'all both know I mentioned that several times last year and even the other year. Jared Goff is going to be what he is. A lot of people got things misconstrued. They feel like because he's a game manager type that you can't get to a Super Bowl with him or win one. That's not entirely true. Because the thing about it is this. I do strongly believe that Jared Goff, who in two separate times of his career, has seen an NFC championship game. And you know what? That's the same expectation I'm going to have for him from here on out. He won us our first playoff game in 30 years. And several of them, and honestly, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I've seen guys who are considered better quarterbacks have screwed up games. And they never got that type of lag, and it seems to happen here. And at the end of the day, I expect Jared Goff as a winning quarterback to continue to play at a high level. I think he's always going to be a guy you can count on to you between 30 to 37, 38 touchdowns a year. I think he's one of those guys that you can literally win multiple playoff games because his skill set as a manager allows you to, basically do what we've been doing the last couple of years. And that was the whole point of why we made that trade. He was quarterback replacement. You had a surface to start with, and it was about finding a way to let him get more involved in the say-so versus where he was kind of being led to a pipe lead over there with McVay. So at this point, you go have games you go lose, and you go have a lot of games you probably go win with. And I expect him to continue to do what he's been doing. And so for as far as his contract go, I'm all for it. I'm with Goff 100%. I have been with him. He's played very well. It's a lot of situations that wasn't his fault last year when we lost games, and including that San Fran game. I don't blame him for that. You know what I'm saying? Guys got to catch passes. Like I said, Dan Campbell, the game plan could have been, in my opinion, could have been brand better. Some of y'all say it was a field goal thing. That was a team effort loss. I'm not blaming that on him. And at the end of the day, Goff is quarterback. That's my guy. That's 16. Let's make that 16 be the most memorable 16 since Montana. And let's go all the way forward till we get to the Super Bowl, because I do think you can win the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. I just think you can. A lot of people don't think you can. I believe you can. I believe you can. If you won one with Joe Flacco, you can win one with Jared Goff. So that's just where I'm at with it. So if y'all was hoping for me to bash the guy, up yours. Not doing that to him.
No.
What's that?
So I want to go back. Glad you that was your soliloquy about the Jared Goff. Okay, fine. I believe when I see it. Now, what Owen just put up in the chat, you said you got fucked up, right? Okay.
Yeah.
You sure? Was you at the Cheez It convention? Or were you at the
I can't stand Owen. I can't stand Owen.
You said
I can't.
you got the hey Owen said you got the Modelo Letterman jacket.
You know what? I'm about to take everything back now. That's just for that.
Hey, Owen, I ain't gonna lie. If he got that Letterman jacket might be sweet as hell. You never know.
Man,
I'm trying to work on some. I'm trying to work on some gear that features my Modelo. What you call it? But anyway, Modelo's Letterman jacket. I can't stand him, yo.
If he has that, I'm telling you, Nomas, if you had that jacket, that would be one of the greatest jacket like in the history of the world. I'm telling you, if Nomas could get a Modelo Letterman jacket, oh my goodness, that'd be the. I ain't got nothing to say. No, you listen. You have so many ladies around you. It's all crazy, bro. You should tell me, man. They're gonna be all on you, bro. They're gonna be paying for your dinner, your breakfast, and all type of shit, bro. You're gonna be living a good life, but you still gotta watch them hoes in different area codes.
Yeah,
the same.
Yeah,
especially in Detroit. That's Lord.
Yeah, but yeah. I believe.
Get you a sweatsuit with that shit too.
Yeah.
With the jacket.
Okay, I'll take a look at that.
Yeah,
I will take a look at that.
Matter of fact, you should try. Match shoot. You can try on Temu. Yeah, Temu. They may. You get a customer. They may.
I'm not bad. Temu no more.
You ain't getting no more $2-3 sunglasses, brother.
Oh my god!
And they be having some like $5-6 watches on that boy too. Some of them be looking nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, straight out the cereal box.
Oh, ain't that a bitch?
There you go.
Straight out the Kellogg's Frosted Flakes box. Just straight out. I said, man.
Oh, the Cracker Jack box.
Right,
man. Crack your wallet, boss. You best give them free money. That's why stuff's so cheap. Like it ain't gonna work.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to everybody else on the chat. Of course, Orange 16, Alex Heron, Archangel, we got to give there's people that was on the chat. Hitman, he was on here, man.
Man.
Hitman,
shout out to Hitman, bro.
Yup. Came doing the chat, and people that's viewing right now, we got 21 people still viewing, man. We haven't been around the 1920s, people still viewing, man. So give shout out to Big Willie Styles, said he liked our, liked our our video as well. So just man, it's been, like I said, we trying to continue to keep this going, man. So yeah, man. So we're coming up on 2 hours, man, on the show, man. It's been a great show today. So, Nomas J came in late as hell, as always, Mr. Late. As usual, there's Nomas J. That's not a surprise, what I'm saying? So there's Nomas J. Yes, sir. Put that Spartan up, please. It's show on 16. What we talking about? Show on 16. Yeah. Put that Spartan up. Yep. Put that.
Yep. Go green, go white.
There you go.
All day, all night.
All day, all night. You know what time it is.
Yeah, we appreciate that though, Art, man. Art be showing up for us, bro. I appreciate that, man. You be in the chat on the video content, which, like I said, I'm working on. Did y'all say something? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No,
I was just saying.
No. Yeah. Shout out to Art, man, because what I'm saying, like I said, we don't know a lot of y'all that comment, but those who do like to come around here consistently, y'all been around here for practically a year. You know, for Owen, and then now you see what Alice been around for quite a while too, and Art been there. He's always in the videos that I produce on both channels, which I'm working on bringing my first video back in a while because it's about time to make some content. We all just been busy, and we are working on a new streaming schedule, guys, so we can come back weekly and do this like we used to. And as y'all know, we'll be expanding some of our content in live streams as well. So sometimes it'll be Detroit sports related, but never know. It could be other things than sports, the wrestling, AWC, what Bree's been doing, with the Grand Prix and stuff like that, talking about that. And, and not to mention even business conversations, man. We expanding what we're doing, and we're going to expand what we're reach. So, yeah, man, thank y'all for riding with us, bro. And you know what I'm saying, but back to you, Bree.
Yeah, cause and as you say that, man, I gotta definitely give shout outs to cause I went City Championship Wrestling last night, man. XFC with the MMA. They had the Grand Prix MMA. They had at Masonic Temple. Friday night, man, they had wrestler Big E was there. Calvin Johnson of the Lions was there. A few other people was there, man. It was a good event. And Combat One wrestling Thursday. They had some good stuff. That they had Matt Riddle there, Simon Gotch, and a couple other people at that too. But City Wrestling as well, man. They had the Motor City Machine Guns there. If y'all know wrestling, y'all know exactly who the Motor City Machine Guns. Detroit tag team, by the way. But definitely all them events I went to, man, all weekend, man. It was just wonderful, man. I couldn't even get that. I couldn't even get that much sleep, bro. I was going to so many events, so. Just shout out to them, and we definitely gonna be doing more content with that, man. Versatile, everything, because a lot of the stuff we talk about, a lot of people ain't talking about, man. So y'all gotta give us credit for that. You know what I'm saying? So, but definitely, man, we got more in store for just y'all. Just gotta stay tuned and just keep supporting us, man. We love all the support and everything y'all give us, man. We definitely humble and we thankful for everything. And I'm not no plug, Owen. Stop. Blessed, brother. I'm just blessed.
Absolutely, yeah, man. Absolutely. I mean, man, like I said, it's been another great show today, man. And so we came out, like I said, we just wanted to continue to give y'all the content, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're working on schedules, you know what I'm saying, to get a consistent schedule. So, but yeah, it's been a great show. Like I said, I'm glad to have my guys with us out here in this panel and to talk y'all some sports and talking other things. So it's glad we have fun. Like I said, getting the love and support from you guys that's in the chat and, you know what I'm saying, they put comments out there. Y'all going out and spreading the word out. So, we're definitely glad to have had that love and support, man. But sometimes, especially Bree, sometimes we get haters like some of these Michigan fans, like one particular that's on the chat. I like to keep putting up 15-0. I like to throw that up, you know what I'm saying? But when you have to cheat to win, to win a national championship, I mean, I guess that's the only way they get the recognition. So, I mean, when you have to do that, it's just what it is, 15-0, they could talk 15-0. You play the cupcake schedule, for the most part. And, you can say what you want that you beat Michigan State. We was depleted and banged up and going through the whole situation with the Tucker situation. Yeah, y'all want to celebrate. Y'all beat Ohio. Y'all, that school of Columbus down there. Whoop-de-doo, 3 years in a row, y'all beat them compared to the 6 years y'all lost to them. And a lot of times y'all lost to them since 2000. So whoop-de-doo, woo-woo-woo. Y'all the national champion of cheating, whatever. But guess what? Y'all won't win it next year. and y'all schedule is tougher. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. And Nomis, I'll let you be the guy and take it away and let you end the show.
Let me say one more thing, man. Let me say one more thing. Hey, y'all. They got a big signing thing, Livonia. They got the Detroit Sports Spectacular. It's got a whole bunch of athletes doing signings, man. Barry Sanders, Joe Montana, Anthony Richardson, Kirk Cousins. A lot of guys doing autograph signings and stuff there. Brian Branch, guys from the '84 Tigers. Got some Red Wings there. I think Darren McCarty, Vladimir Konstantinov. A lot of people gonna be doing some signings. So y'all check it out there. I know the prices is gonna be crazy. I get it. But hey, man, if y'all can go there, and then show some love for the Tigers, man. They playing next weekend too, man. They playing against the Brewers over the weekend, so just show some love, man, for the Tigers. So I just had to say that. But go ahead, Nomis J.
All right, man. First off, I gotta say, shout out to. I had to, you know what? You might have to call me that today. But anyway, yeah, man. Thank you to everybody.
Y'all, we working on the Nomdello shirt. Working on them.
Oh yeah, trust me. I've been teeter-tottering with stuff all last week and a half, and I'm kind of hit the wall for a second, but I think I got some ideas. So, yeah. Thank you to everybody. First off, shout out to my fellas up here, man, for the birthday wishes and for holding down the show, man. And coming, I know, they hit me earlier about this, so glad we got to do a shout out to DSN and all the fellas in our group chat that wish me a happy birthday from, Big A, Big Willie, and Cass and King as well, and Owen, obviously, these two up here. And again, shout out to my guy Retro Recap, man, for the celebration he threw me last night. It was a wonderful time listening to all the music and the DJing work. They do a fabulous job. The Retro guys, y'all ever on Twitch, go find Retro Recap, man, fun guy. And everybody who I support and has supported me back over the last year, just the love that they show me for family, people calling me left and right, and just, appreciate everybody. And like I said, we coming up with a new schedule, y'all, to get more content back out there. It's just our work schedule's kind of getting in the way. Y'all have to understand that. But we appreciate for y'all that do show up to the show, man. I believe Daryl said it was 21 of y'all, man. Y'all been consistently doing that for a while. Yes, that's Retro Recast channel on Twitch and I think YouTube.
Shout out to Retro.
Yeah, that's just YouTube channel there. Yes, man. And you know what? Thank y'all, man, for everybody who watches us. And like I said, still come around. That means a lot. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channels D313XP, Daryl DC1 Simpson. Shout out to both the Prix channels. New Breed Sports Talk 313 and the New Breed Real Talk channel, man. A lot of good conversations on that Real Talk channel. Y'all gotta go check it out. And also our Facebook page, man. Y'all gotta hit the follow button. We got content exclusively on there. Bree just mentioned the Grand Prix. All his stuff in the Grand Prix. If you want to see video clips, the wrestling, all the other stuff you don't get to see on this channel is on that Facebook page. You gotta get over there. It's D313XP, same as his YouTube channel. Man, you gotta get over there, man. Follow and like that page, man. We're actually going to be making a group. Little do y'all know that page may be becoming a group soon. So you might want to get over there while you can, man. And if you ever somebody you got your own YouTube channel, man, you want us to support, and let us know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever type of content you do, we'll shout you guys out. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up on Facebook or YouTube, or follow us on our Twitter pages. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all probably already do, and you know what I'm saying, also Instagram. Unknown JTM on there. So just reach out to us. Y'all got to communicate with us, man. We'll do our best to get back at you. Like I said, we are busy, man, but we do love doing this. You know, we hate that we have not been able to recreate the impact that we had last year due to our work schedule. But, you know, sometimes you have to make those sacrifices. I get it. But we are working our due this to come back to y'all. So that's why I had to kind of just layer this out and more content to come. So that being said, God bless everybody, man. Please be safe. If you out there drinking and having a good time for Grand Prix, please do it responsibly, because, you know, we don't want any bad stuff from the media when it comes here, man. So with that being said, much love to everybody. Salute to you fellas. Salute Owen. We out here, coach. Subscribe to D313XP.
And Nomas, no OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.